My sons, attack the gates! My sons, attack the gates! My sons, attack the gates!
Hello! Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Time for more doors, many more doors. Mrs. Internet is not working well today. And as a consequence, they couldn't watch the previous VOD, and thus we don't have a piece of art from them, but they have given us an explicit instruction to add a vote if anyone comes up for Burn the Door Down. So that's a spare we've got in the bank. How are we all doing? Are we all well? Hope we're all well. Before we go too far, you're alright? Well, that's better than not alright. You've not been claimed by hay fever. I have. And it's also hot. That is true. Both of those things are true right now here. Yes. So, yes, before we go too far, let's address the elephant in the room. There we go. Now that's done, let's talk about the death of Mixer. So Mixer's being decommissioned in a month, slightly under, I think, and everything is being transferred over to Facebook. Now, I don't know about your personal opinions on websites and all these sorts of things, but I'm not going to touch Facebook with a 10-foot pole. It's just a personal thing, absolutely fine. So that's out the window. I like Mixer. It's a shame it has to go. It is the cleanest of the streaming platforms while still having decent functionality. Facebook is the devil. Facebook has caused a lot of problems. If there's one major business I could just get rid of now, it'll probably be Facebook. But anyway. So yeah, we're not doing that. But I do want to keep streaming, so we have to go somewhere. YouTube's streaming system is either in its infancy or doesn't know what it's doing. There's very little interactivity. There is a chat, obviously, but it's sort of difficult to have any sort of functionality go with that. And these streams are all about interactivity, so that's unfortunately a bit of a no. So really, the only alternative we have for a variety streamer, like me, is go back to Twitch. We did leave there for a reason, but the reason was that there was a better alternative, and there isn't now. So, I understand perfectly if people don't want to follow me back, but I will try and make the transition as smooth as possible. There are some things you can do if you're not a fan of Amazon, that's fine. I can give you some tips on how to make sure they don't get anything out of this. Like, use Brave as a browser, then you don't get ads. Don't subscribe, half of that money goes straight to Twitch. All those sorts of good things. It's a shame you can't support Twitch, but not Amazon. That's the big problem here. I'd happily support Twitch. But anyway. So yeah, we'll probably make that transition at some point. Adblock's also a thing. It's tricky. Adblock is tricky with... Or Twitch, rather, is tricky with ads and adblock. The ones that play on streams tend to be quite resilient to adblock, but for some reason Brave works quite well. So, yeah, all of these things are a thing. I do advise if you were, if you would otherwise plan to want to support a streamer, do so directly through donation links and stuff like that, rather than any other, official methods. But yeah. So it looks like we're going to be making that move. We might as well make it sooner rather than later. I'm not sure when exactly. Probably this week at some point. I'll try and make it as smooth as possible. Twitch can bypass adblock unless you pay adblock, then you're fine. So you got to pay to avoid paying your time. I'm planning. I've already had a bit of a tinker with my bot, and I think it should work with Twitch. So we can transfer pretty much everything over. The main issue being I can't get avatars of the users because they're not really used that much on Twitch. So if you do text-to-speech, your avatar's not going to pop up. That's annoying. In Adblock's defense, you should donate to them as that's their only funding. True. But then how does Twitch get funding? They've got to run servers. What was I saying? Oh, hang on. I tested a vote earlier and it says cheese on the screen. Let's just get rid of that. Missed that. Twitch can pay their servers from Danny Amazon's money. That's just probably going to end up with Amazon going, hey, you're costing us money. Let's scrap you. They'll have Ninja back. They'll be fine. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm going to try and nick a few of Mixer's features. I'm going to try and implement the sticker system and the GIF system as well in such a way that you can actually play a GIF on the stream. That'll be nice. Although you will have to source it by hand. There won't be a pop-up menu or anything. A lot of the other streamers, considering everyone agrees Facebook is shit. Yeah, I know. I love Mixer's front page at the moment. It's great. It's just covered in people going, I'm moving to Twitch. The uniform direction everybody seems to be going in. Rock! Yes, I have saved Rock. Oh, that's the other thing. I looked into Better Twitch TV, which is the Mixer Elixir alternative, so we can have more emotes. The emotes, we can actually have more than we had previously, which is nice. But also, Rock is a Better Twitch TV emote, so we can keep Rock as an emote. Yay! That's something. Somebody nicked it and put it on Better Twitch TV. So that's now on my channel. That's good. We will not lose Rock. I will, even if needs be, I will make Rock a dedicated command. But yes. If you want me to keep any of the stickers on Mixer and transfer them over when we make the move, do let me know. I've kept at the moment Panda and one other. I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, the Rock Hands. Yeah. But if you want any others, let me know. Rock is best friend. Rock is good. You're right, they can do that with only a month's notice. All the streamers and their own staff. You say a month's notice. I haven't received notice. Someone told me in a Discord because there was a news article about it. Have you received an email from Mixer? I haven't. Is that just me? No? Yeah, see, that's not even a month's notice. We haven't had notice. Yeah. No. Clearly. This is the thing. So I was expecting changes to Mixer because I had no idea how they were making money. And it's an expensive business running a streaming platform. And I just assumed they would introduce more monetization practices, but apparently they're just saying, oh, we're not making money. Shut it down. But the thing I was surprised by was the reason they gave for shutting it down was that it wasn't growing fast enough, which means that it wasn't making a loss. They would say if it was making a loss. So how did they make money? I don't know. Never received an email from Mixer aside from the stream key. Yeah, that's true. Neither have I. Yeah. You received an email from Streamlabs, though. That's more than I got. Was the email, hey, guess what? We work with Twitch as well. Yeah, so that's gonna be a thing that happens. I'll put, if anyone's watching this on the VOD, it's a bit late to say that now. I'll probably put a timestamp in the description saying, hey, do you want to skip to the actual stream? Could be the massive flops with the new MMO and MOBA Microsoft Amazon are doing. I don't keep up with these things. I've got a lot of old games I want to play, so I'm not really paying much attention to new ones. Time to change the Discord bot. Yep, that's the thing that's probably going to happen. Well, did we not have... I don't know. Well, in a month's time, it's just going to have to change it completely. But, someone like Sup, I don't know what you're going to be doing now. Mixer's shutting down, but we'll make the move as smooth as possible for you. That's nice of them. How do they make money as well? That's another thing I want to know. Because they don't take a cut of donations or anything. So, don't know. Oh, you can pay for, like, customized alerts and stuff, so I suppose that's something. Technically they killed the Crucible by taking out all the interesting stuff, and the MMO is the most generic and boring thing in the world. I mean, isn't that just MMOs? Is that blasphemy? I just look at an MMO and go, they just all look, even the stuff that should be cool. Final Fantasy XIV, there's some cool boss fights with, like, Neo X death and stuff, and I just look at it and go, you can also pay for software through Streamlabs. Oh, okay. So they've got, like, sort of... There's a nice freemium sort of thing going on there. You got your basic stuff that does the job, and if you want to do more, you can. But like ESO, that's fun. I guess that's a MMO. Because it's first person, I sort of don't think of it as an MMO. Maybe that's just me, that when I hear MMO in my head, I automatically hear... Yeah. Anyway, so basically, I understand if people don't want to follow me back to Twitch. That's absolutely fine. I will continue uploading VODs to YouTube, of course, but I will probably be making that change sooner rather than later. Third person you can play in first person if you're inside. Oh, oh, in that case I've just never seen anything for ESO. You don't use any of it, but it looks like there's some useful stuff there if you're doing a lot of video and sound editing. Oh, cool. I want to get back into video stuff. It's been a long time. But I don't have Premiere anymore. And I don't know how to use anything else, so we'll work it out. Gonna do a crap walk of shame back to Twitch, I guess. No, I'm not ashamed that I'm going back. I'm annoyed that I'm going back. I will indignantly kick the door open and go, right, I'm coming back. No, I'm not happy about it. But like the service is fine. That's the thing. And again, like if we're comparing apples and oranges here, I would take Amazon over Facebook. Like this doesn't mean much, you know. I would take a bad burn over losing a leg, but at the very least, Amazon does actually supply some sort of service that doesn't explicitly make the world worse. So, but even then, again, the revenue does go to Twitch, and then any extra goes to Amazon, I guess. I don't know the exact business model. Either way, you are supporting the people who are running the website first, before Amazon. Crab walk of bitterness and overcapitalism. You have a stream key for Twitch, apparently. Marvelous. So yes, also let me know anyone who is making the move back. I'll obviously add you to the auto hosts and all that. Yeah. So it's just a bit of a bugger, you know. I was having a good day yesterday. It was a good day. I got a lot of stuff done, and then news happened. Oh dear. I like Mixer. It's clean. It's uncluttered, unfettered. Pleasant. Did the Coca-Cola or Amazon nowadays? Or Disney? If it's some sort of fixed entertainment, it's Disney. If it's some sort of flexible entertainment, it's Amazon. And if it's something edible or drinkable, it's Coke. You learned about it on someone else's stream. You were very confused. Oh my word. It's just a bother, isn't it? It's just a bother. But yeah, if there's anything else you want me to transfer over, any functionality you think might be quite nice that I can add to my bot, do let me know. As I say, I'm going to try and get some sort of sticker system up and running, and it's a sticker system that I have customizable, you know, control over, so we can add whatever we want. And a GIF system where you'll have to find the URL yourself, unfortunately, but it's something, I guess. Yeah, I think that's about it. Art. Aw. Yeah, if you want me to keep any of these stickers, let me know. I'll put them on my list, and you can just right click them and save the image. It's great. No digging around in source code, which is what I usually have to do on something like Instagram. Yeah. Right, I've just noticed that there's an item I haven't done the icon for, so let's do that before we get cracking. I probably should have done it while I was chatting. Ding! What's that? The bright sweater would be nice. I like the bright sweater. Unity? Just wanted to know what that was. I don't know. That answers exactly none of your questions. Yeah. Strange one. Where is... Here it is. So let's do... What is it? It's throwing knives. You picked up 3 throwing knives last time. Let's sort that out. It's modern art. It's the people at Mixer are just like, who cares? Who cares anymore? Just stick up a blob. Looks like 2 blobs touching. Unity of blobs. Which also doesn't answer any questions. No, it just raises more. Like we need any more of those nowadays. Right, let's draw ourselves some quick throwing knives. We'll do the standard trick of drawing one and then copying it. We can also do the other standard trick of... Yep. I don't really know what makes a throwing knife different from a normal knife, so I'm just going to draw it like this. It's fine. I'm not a knife thrower. I'm not edgy enough. That'll do. The handle's a bit big, but it's fine. Looks wise, not much, and I don't think you can draw weight. What? Oh, I guess they're supposed to be weighted properly. They probably don't need a hilt if they're being thrown, do they? Okay, cool. Let's do the colour. This music is far too epic for what's going on right now. Also, probably too loud. A little bit. Turn it down just a smidge. That's a good knife. You call that a knife? Wrong layer. Let's merge. Save me the embarrassment. Some very quick shading. Come on. There we go. Now the music's far too quiet. What's happening, eh? What's happening? What are you doing, Mr. Von Ziegler, eh? What do you think you're doing? Cool. Now we... Oh, no, hang on. What we do is we go like this, and we go like this, and then we go like this. And then we go like this. And then a little bit of that. Big old swatch of this. Oh, it's gift gif, which is... Oh, crab! Crab! Don't you do it, crab! This is unnecessarily a level of detail for how small this is going to be. Cool. Hello. Merge. Not that saturated and a bit darker, please, though. And then this here. Again, this is a wholly unnecessary level of detail. The draw-through hasn't begun yet. We're 25 minutes in, we haven't actually started. Boom! Throwing knives. Throwing knives. Full size, please. Okay. And that should appear forthwith. Nope, that will not appear forthwith. Let me make it appear forthwith by doing this. Then doing this. That didn't work. Oh, right, because I need to put that in square brackets. And then doing this. No? Okay, we've got to get rid of it again. Okay, that's fine. And then doing this. This is taking longer than I thought. And then doing this. Hey, there we go. Got there eventually. Right. Knives. Oh dear, you're never going to use them. So yeah, I don't know how these knives work. Let's say that in a battle you can just roll for luck for each one. You have 3, and you can do 2 damage if you hit. Just free round if you want it. There you go. There's some rules. Just made that up. Who cares? Who cares about balance? There are 2 doors out of this room, and both of them lead to places you've already been that do not connect. Right, let's go to where we were before, which is... no, not there. Which is... here. If you recall, you opened a door next to the pantry. Save them till the boss and then never use them. That's... don't call me out like that. I'll have you know, I finished Final Fantasy IX recently, and I used a lot of elixirs. Because I had so many. Who cares about sense and floor plans? Not this book. It's the Citadel of Chaos, not the Citadel of sensible architecture. Friends, yes. So I will reread you the entry to this particular passage. Beth opens the door into another room, and surprise! And you surprise, she surprises, 4 small creatures sitting on the bare floor. They spring to their feet, shocked at your arrival. What are you gonna do? Calling you out, hides in a pile of 56 mini nukes. What you gonna do? So yeah, we had these fine friends. The nonchalant knock open, and Flamio going, ooh. Oh, what you gonna do when they come for you? I don't know what the latency's like on Twitch. Whether it's significantly slower or just about comparable. Because it was slower when we moved over. There was a comparable... comparable? What? there was a significant shortening of latency. There's almost a sentence in that. I'm a streamer. I'm a streamer. I speak 2 hours, 4 days a week. So they just have one big eye. I know they have a big eye and a small one. There's a big one and a small one. One big one, one small one. It's fine. They might have another big eye somewhere. I'm not looking. We have to flex. 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 Sup. Beth's gonna make some new friends. Hang on, I need to reorganize some things so I can actually see what you vote for. That would be helpful. I don't have enough. I don't have the right number of screens. I need at least 7. It's funny. I used to do everything on my old Mac. Poor thing. 11 years old now. 1 screen, perfectly fine. No issues. Suddenly move over to a 2-screen setup, my tablet and my monitor. Now I go back to the Mac. Cool, it's cramped. Cool. Trying to do things on 1 screen? How can someone manage that, honestly? You can adjust latency on Twitch to a bit or real time. You have to look, although a bit doesn't explain much. As you go multi-screens, you can't go back. No. My favourite thing is that they assume when you have more than 1 screen, they're going to be side by side. So my main monitor is the left and my tablet is the right, even though my tablet is on my desk and the monitor's up further. At the very least, they allow you to to bring the mouse from top to bottom. So that's nice. Okay, well, 3 votes for flexing. I should have read ahead while I'm doing this. We're half an hour in and something has happened. Marvellous. No, wait, I literally need to turn to the next single sheet. There we are. These stories are well shuffled. They seem apprehensive, but when they see that you're just sort of showing off and that you're not doing that in any sort of intimidating way, they calm down a bit and have a little sigh of relief. The room... This apparently I read ahead a little bit. The room is sparsely decorated with bits of foliage, and a small fire burns under a hole in the ceiling, which I forgot to draw, in one corner. Okay, it's a corner that's off screen. Don't worry about it. There are no doors, even though the book says there are 2. Where are we? Hang on. Sorry, the book's being awkward again. Do I blame the book or do I blame me? No, it's the book that's wrong. Yes. Room is small and plain. Bits of greenery have been mounted to the walls, presumably for decoration, although the leaves are now long wilted and dead. A small fire burns in one corner under a hole in the ceiling. There are no doors. The little friends introduce themselves. Fire burns in. No, it's like kind of like a chimney, but they couldn't be bothered to actually build a chimney, so they just put a hole in the ceiling. I don't know where we are in the castle that we can do that, but we haven't gone upstairs, so whoever's in the room above is furious. So yes, they realise you're friendly and have a little chat with you. They mentioned that they are these small, skinny creatures call themselves scouts for some reason. And they are indeed a likeable lot, joking and laughing with you, joining in with the flexing, even though they clearly don't have an awful lot of musculature. Scouts, as in to scout something. Yes, scouts. I don't know why, but they are. I guess that's what the one eyes for. One of the eyes can see really far. It's the small one. So you have a little brief chat, and they let you know. And then your internet died. Oh no! You missed basically me flicking through pages. Generally speaking, all you need to know is that there is a hole in the ceiling, and underneath it is a fire. And they're called scouts. So, they adjust their eye sizes like a pair of binoculars. That's weird, and I love it. It is amazing. It's one of those ambivalent things where you're like, I don't know how I feel. Oh, actually, that's pretty cool. Oh, they can only adjust one of the eyes. Fair enough. Sorry, I just read the word lady wife. That's a thing. Yes, so they seem an amiable lot. Do you wish to talk to them, or what? Amiable lot. What do you want to talk about? Still haven't drawn anything for the draw through, but here we are. I drew an elephant. What more do you want? There it is. I was proud of this. I wanted to start with something that wasn't Mixer's demise, so I drew a pun. I actually think there's just 3 of you in chat, so feel free to just say what you want. Don't know what they want to talk about. What's with the plants in the room, I guess? Or foliage? Should ask if they know the layout of the place, because we're very lost. That time! Whatever you said. Yes, okay, so, there. There we go. Go back to them. They are mildly less concerned than they are in this picture. If you want to talk about the plants in the room are just, you know, these guys, they don't get treated particularly well in this place, and it's nice to, every now and then when they get the chance to go outside, they grab up some plants and stick them on the walls, and brightens up the place a bit. You ask if they know the layout of the place, and they say they don't know an awful lot between other than the way out from here, and between here and the main hall. Because that is where they do most of their work. They are essentially servants. Just sort of, helping out a bit. So they unfortunately can't help you an awful lot. Other than places you've already been, of course, because you have been to the hall from here. got any cool stuff? They point to one of the plants which still has a leaf attached, and go, this one. I like this one. Cool plant. There it is. Do what I tell you. Art's easy. Did they bother to water the plants? So would if they could get any more water than they can drink. They're not allowed. They're not allowed to take anything they're not given. They know the consequences of that. Do we give one diamond shed leaf to these guys? You absolutely can if you want. Any objections? How many do you have? It just says berry leaves. I didn't even bother counting. I think there's 3 in the picture, so. Don't think they did anything. I don't think you've tried anything with them. But, unless you forgot. Yeah, I don't think you've used them on or for anything. Unless I'm mistaken. Unless I forgot. Which is entirely possible, because I do not keep track of these things. Yeah, so you rummage around in your bag, and they're all sort of going, ooh, there's a bag. It's got things in it. It's exciting. And you pull out some arrows, and they're like, And you pull out big old rope and a toy axe, and they're like, what is all this stuff? And then you pull out a single green leaf, and they're like, oh, this is amazing. You have a leaf. How long did you have to be outside to find that? And then you mention it's in the courtyard. I don't know if you're allowed to explore the courtyard, but it's there. They're like, oh, we've got to find this. And they get all excited, and then you give the leaf over to them, and they huddle around and look at the leaf. And they touch it very delicately. They're not like grabbing it amongst each other. They pass it over very softly. We need to start up a union here. The work conditions suck. They do, yeah. I'm sure you could probably muster up a decent contingency of workers to, especially once you take care of the demi-sorcerer. But leaf babies now have your heart. They're excited. They got a leaf. It's amazing. It's green. It's not even yellowed yet. Leaf. You also observe that these cards don't actually have any pictures on them. They're just blank pieces of paper. Guess we leave them alone. You can leave them alone. Yeah. Apparently, according to the book, because you met some nice people who didn't want to kill you, you get a luck. That's cool. So yeah, you now have 9 luck. Hooray! You also get some stamina, but your stamina's maxed out, so. You need to come back in when we find some water. Have you found any? I don't think you have. So, yeah. So far, we met quite a few people who didn't kill us, but sure. That may be me editing slightly. Anywho, excited leaf friends. Excited leaf friends are now happy that they have leaf. Yeah. And I guess you leaf. Yay for leaf. I don't know why they're called scouts. Just want to throw that out there. I guess maybe there's another book that they're in where they're actually doing some scouting. Who knows? But until then, you must choose your next destination, because here's the map, and this is where they were. Because they can adjust their eyes like binoculars, obviously, of course. I love seeing in my... I've mentioned this before, my bot. I set up my bot to tell me when somebody joins or leaves chat. And just the names you see. Soldier Smurf. I love it. Yeah, so where do you want to go now? We have exhausted a fair old amount going forwards. Hang on. I've probably drawn on the wrong layer here, haven't I? That was the wheelie. I like that drawing more than I did of the actual ones. Yeah, what was that? That's just that, I guess. So that's fine. What's this? That's the actual map. We can merge those together forever. And then whatever this is Callan Corm. Good for them. So yeah, where have we not been? I used to just keep disconnecting every few minutes for a few seconds. Yes, I think we probably, maybe tomorrow, we make the jump. Because I've heard people have had quite a lot of problems with Mixer. Like I say, I'll try and make it as smooth as possible. But, yeah. We'll see. I don't even know what I'm playing tomorrow. We'll see. Not the face you expected for that emoji. That was when Mixer started going downhill. When they added those emoji. That's not true. But they're never what you expect. Oh, that's a point. I wanted to make a bunch of emotes with my little parsnip character. So let me know what kind of expressions you would like. I can stick those up on Better Twitch. Better Twitch TV. Yes, so where can you go? So there's the courtyard, where the sainted berry bush is. there was the thing in the middle, the monument, I believe it was referred to as. In the middle, there's the 3 doors leading from the leprechaun. That's pretty much it till you get to the hall. Then we have the room with the golem in it. That's still got 2 chests. You took one and it had a key. There's a room that's locked on the top of the balcony at the end of the hall, and then there's another room next to the orc babies. And then as you work your way up the tower, there's a room next to the one with the trench in it. Maybe that's where the fire goes. Doesn't quite make sense, but yeah. And then there's the Ganges, who threw you, well, kind of made you run off a balcony. Probably not ideal to go in there just yet, until you can think of a way through. So one good thing about Twitch, you can have regular emojis that don't auto-correct to whatever that is, yeah. So yes, where would you like to go? Show of hands. Democracy is easy when there's few people. So there's the monument, far left, the room with the leprechaun, the room with the golem, the room next to the orc babies, or the room next to the ditch / trench, I believe it was referred to as. Big old owl. The one with the owl in it. It's the mint with an owl. It's a polo. Only the opposite. Because it's an owl, but it's got land in it. Oh, we have 2 votes for orc babies, and given that there's 3 of you, that's a majority. Check out the room next to the orc babies first, because we know where that goes. You assume you know where that goes. Okay, so Beth, being very lost and confused, decides to walk around. She comes out of the room with the scouts, comes back out here, says hello to the wheelies, saying, still can't find that bloody forge. You pop in and say hello to Park and have a little sing-song, because of course you do, you've got to rest. You tiptoe through the party, making sure nobody tries to get you involved in some knife games, and make your way to the Grand Hall. You then work your way up the stairs, and then to this door, which I now need to find the page of. Yes, this is why I plan ahead. Huh. That's interesting. I just looked at the subtitle I gave this area, and I do not remember that at all. So this is going to be fun. Right. It's to assume, and if it doesn't, you need to talk to the architect. Yeah. We'll find out, won't we? And or my terrible map making abilities. I do keep seeing dark as left, dark as joined, so clearly connection issues are a bit of a thing. We'll definitely make the transition before the next one of these, I think. Also, just as an aside, I came up with an idea for the next draw through, which is very different, and I think it might be fun because it's a bit more interactive. So yeah, excited. I was just going to do Final Fantasy VIII, but let's do something a bit weirder. No spoilers, I just want to tell you because I was excited. It might be a disaster, but you never know till you do it. Weirder than FF Fate? The outcome may be yes. We'll see. I thought Final Fantasy VII was going to be straightforward, and then 95% of the people got called Jesse. You know. Love takes time. Oh. Can't help that everyone was named Jesse. That's beyond your control, of course. It literally started because I couldn't be bothered to draw Biggs and Wedge. I was like, no, it's Wide Jesse and Grumpy Jesse. Anywho. It's a shame we don't have the VODs of those. Right. The door opens. That's, best 2 out of 3. And you enter the room. Beth enters the room. It's quite large and is decorated with various carvings. Yay. It looks like something of an artist's studio. And a number of unfinished stone statues line one wall. In the centre of the room, a large stone gargoyle is standing on a stone carved box. As you enter the room, the creature creaks and its head turns towards you. I know how to undercut all dramatic tension. Slowly it comes alive, hopping off its pedestal. It blocks your way through the room to a door on the far side. What do you want to do with this gargoyle? And I've got to draw statues, apparently. Yay. Another Dark Souls. Gargoyles existed before Dark Souls. How can I draw a square room in a way? Okay. Okay, 3-point perspective. Fed up of drawing rooms the same every single time. Dark Souls didn't invent gargoyles. Apparently not. So I am informed. Can we make that sharper, maybe? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Is the music too quiet now? Well, no, there it is. Turn that up anyway. Welcome back, Dark. Apologies for Mixer giving you a bit of a tough time. There are gargoyles, or a gargoyle. There is a gargoyle. There are an singular gargoyle. Why did I try and do it like this? This is the blackness of the void. There's nothing here. Actually, no, there are orc babies over here. It's fine. Whose idea was this? Really gonna do this perspective to yourself, Chris? I like spicing this up a bit. Otherwise, it's just drawing the same thing every single bloody time. I didn't think of this when I chose this book. That everything's a room. I think it's having a panic attack at the news too. Yeah, it would. I wonder if it's received an email saying what's going on. Whole thing. Right, so there's a stone block. Oh god. So there's a sort of vanishing point down here. Oh yeah, I've got to draw a gargoyle, haven't I? Oh, I should start a vote. You know what? You won't miss Mixter constantly trying to change your words into emotes for some reason. It does it every time you type in a colon. I'm not sure it does it at other points, because why would it make things easy? Fish! If you've never had that happen to you, the fact that I just called out the word fish is probably a bit confusing. How does this... This doesn't look right. Foreshortening, it's weird. Foreshortening and 12 years ago. You're trying to write box and for some reason it's going to X. Well, it's owned by Microsoft. For now. Fish! Fish! Yeah, no, this perspective makes no sense. Don't worry about it. I'm improvising. Now I've actually got to draw. There's, like, freezes on the wall and stuff, yeah? I don't know. With kind of ancient Greek sort of. etc. It's an artist studio, so there's an easel. All artists have an easel. This is law. You cannot claim that your profession is artist legally for tax if you cannot prove the ownership of an easel. Eventually you get better at it and you can upgrade to a hardle. There's also probably just some bits of stone lying around. Here's another lump. Another out of perspective lump of stone. That has already had a bit chipped out of it. I can put this off no longer. Beth. What does Beth look like from above? Who even knows at this point? We have a very useless mini easel. Does that count? It counts more than the nothing I have. That's not awful. Easels are just movable marker boards with wheels. Movable marker boards with wheels are fantastic, right up until you get the one that flips over, and then you try and write on it, and it starts flipping because the catches wasn't done up. And then because the design is terrible, it's the fitting with it has a little tray at the bottom where you keep pens, but when it's free to swing, it knocks all the pens off because there's no clearance allowed for it. It's just annoying. So the oddest sort of piece of advice I ever worked out for myself and gave to other teachers when I used to teach. And for some reason this is just burned into my memory. It's completely useless to me now. Although I do have whiteboards and markers. I just don't use them. Is if you've had like some pen on a board for far too long, it'll stay there and it won't come off without a lot of elbow grease. But what I found is if you draw over it with a new one, it'll just come off. I don't know why. But it works. That saved the substitute teacher a lot of time trying to get things off the board. You knew that bit of info. Yay! It's people working things out. Because you rehydrate the marker marks. Ah. See, I think what it was is we were trying to get it off, if you'll pardon the expression, with a spray bottle of water. And I don't know what I'm doing. And that just ended up smearing it everywhere, and it was just awful. Evidently, we rehydrated it a bit too much. What do gargoyles look like? They got little pug nose sort of things. I'll give him some long ears. Why not? It's not like the last 2 series of comics that I've done have had gargoyles in them or anything. Also works for markers that aren't dry erase markers too, like Sharpies and stuff. I think that was the problem. Is at least one of them was like a permanent marker or something. I was like, this isn't moving, and when we do make it move, it just makes the rest of the board a different color. It's got some little wings. Sculptor hasn't quite finished this bit. Has done this one. Lots of markers are alcohol based, which is why just water doesn't work great or quickly. Yeah, I just don't know that event of discovering, oh hey, if you draw on it with another marker, it comes off. Just sprang into my mind again. I'm not averse to that face design. Dovahkiin. That's a big old gargoyle, look at that. I thought about scale when I was doing this. Yes, I did. Bit better. Right. There's a bucket of liquid paint thinner. And some actual paints. This is phthalo blue. This is alizarin crimson. Right, what would challenge the gargle to an art battle. Exciting stuff. Like there's an option here which is just leave, but they've decided that added a little bit of personality, and they've worded it as "nip out of this room and try another door." I like that. Yes, just nip out while this gargoyle is advancing towards you. So you, in her characteristic manner, Beth does a bit of a flex. Whenever I say Beth does a flex, I do a flex. I just want you to know that. Not to be confused with nips out. Completely different thing. So volume. Thank you. What was I saying? Yes. So Beth does a flex, and says, I see you're the artist around here. I can challenge you to an art battle. I'll have you know my jewelry making skills, because look at this hammer. Brilliant hammer. Flex, kiss. Yeah. She knows her stuff. During this whole time, the gargoyle has been approaching you and has not said anything. If there's a jock artist, I do not know that expression. What is that? Jartist. A jortist? So yes, your claims of a challenge fall on stony ears. Artist jock? Oh, jock. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The term jock, I think, is an American one. I don't remember hearing it when I was at school. To us, jock means someone from Scotland. So there's probably not a term we should be using, but at the same time, not exactly hideously offensive. In the same way, like someone from Birmingham's a Brummie, you know. There's more, but I don't know any of them. That's the thing with Britain. We're small, compartmentalized little areas, and no area communicated with each other for 1,000 years. So just like, get out of my town. Yorkshire hates Lancashire. Yeah, what do you want to do? You weirdos. We are, yeah. It's not a healthy... not a healthy mentality. You know, it's like I'm in Kent, and in Kent there is a place called the Isle of Thanet, which in true British fashion is not an isle. It's just separated from the rest of Kent by a river. And we just like constantly hearing, oh, you know, they're from Thanet, so they're a bit, you know. Just like, I can walk there in like half an hour. We can't be that different. The Isle of No Isle, yes. I remember that I went to see a stand-up comedian who used to do a lot of stuff about sort of local sort of comedy. And there was just this 5-minute exchange of trying to explain to him that the Isle of Thanet is not an island. Anywho. Also, it's not Thanet, it's Thanet. Because that's how the locals pronounce it. It's Thanet. Anywho, enough local xenophobia. Yes, what do you want to do? Gargoyle is approaching! Ah! Scary times! Give me some danger music, Ziegler. This is not danger music. Give me danger music! No art battle. It has said nothing and continues to walk towards you. This is not danger music. This is called Ocean Daughter. That does not sound dangery. Hang on. I will improvise. Adopt, adapt, and improve. Looking forward to you having to draw the art for the art battle based on how good our rolls were. You rolled Snake Eyes. Thank God for that. Let's do... Danger music. Danger. Danger! Danger! Dunno, let's just nip out, I guess, with our nips out, preferably. I mean... Is she wearing a t-shirt under the apron? I don't know. Or something akin. Oh, my portable battery is on 69%. Oh wait, hang on, that's upside down. Okay, it's 69%. Okay, in that case you nip out. Where do you want to nip out to? Let's go back to the map. Okay, so now you know here is a gargle, and presumably this is, hang on, oh for God's sake. I think it's iTunes, iTunes does this. Hang on. iTunes is awful. Just throwing that out there. It manages to make other programs not work properly. Okay, close you, calm down. It was worth it for the joke. I was trying to think of ways of making these streams smoother, and it's just getting worse. There we are. Right, so this is... Oh, my colours have gone askew. So here there be gargle. Right, that's that explored. Who knows what else is in there? But the book didn't tell me, so I didn't draw it. I would like to remind you, I didn't really read through this book very much before we started this, because I didn't want to spoil much. So I don't know where any plot critical items are. So. To whence, fine friends? Again, I don't know how many of you are in the chat, so feel free to just say. That
wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks.
Liddy Cake, thank you for the follow. Hello. Room next to the trench room, see if that's something. You can do that. Okay, so you pop out of the gargle room, you walk through the the room with the orc babies, they're all asleep now. You're just having a little nap. And you wander through, you wander up the staircase, you decide to go up the other staircase this time, just for fun. And have a peek to see what's in this room. What is in this room? That is a good question. Let me find the thing. Sleep, babes! They haven't slept. What am I looking for? Actually, was there anything about this door before we go in? Just so we know. It is a right-hand door. Whew, exciting stuff. Right. In that case, you try the handle of the door, and it turns, surprisingly. The door is stiff, and so you must give it a bit of a shove open with the shoulder. The room inside is some sort of living abode, with tables, chairs, shelves, and a collection of animal heads on the wall. They're all going to be very simple animals, and they're not going to look anything like the animal you think they're going to be. there is a plush pile carpet on the floor. As you're looking around, of course, magic animals, of course, but as you're looking around, they're more magic than you think, because one of the animal heads turns and looks towards you. It is some kind of dog-ish, and it barks loudly in a tone which is a warning. Most loud barks are, I guess. Are there many loud barks that are like, I made you snacks? It is a word of warning both to you and to any of its cronies which may be within earshot. That's a weird term to use for a head on a wall. As you watch the head, you do not notice the carpet, a carpet, which flies up off the floor and whisks past you, clipping your ear. You spin around in time to see one of the chairs slowly reforming into a tall man. This is a weird room. Carpet clips your ear, yes, I know. You wait till you hear about the chair turning into a man. What business? Hang on.
What business have you here?
He booms, as much as I can boom. This is a weird room. Let me draw this weird room. I will not draw it in 3-point perspective. Although I'm quite pleased to have found that game out. It's a sharp carpet. I mean, if it's like carpet burn, I guess. I don't know. No, it's a sharp carpet. A sharpet, if you will. I think I won't, actually. Okay, so it's a sort of... There's lots of furniture and stuff on the wall. There's another door on the far side. You came in from here. I need to learn how to draw better doors. Or just more variety, really. This one's gonna have some paneling. Because this sounds like a nicely decked out room. So it's gonna have some nice doors. Although there's probably... Oh, the door is a monster. Who knows? That's going to reform into a hyena. Not clip as in clipping with scissors, clip as in it means you bump into someone. Yeah, so it's like a briefly hits, as in clips. Although that may be a colloquialism that people who speak more than one language might not necessarily know about. Because, you know more than one language, and I'm jealous. So we've got to come up with ways of making it feel like we know more than you. Yeah, you might know how to speak to lots of different people in different countries, but do you know what, when I say clip? Yeah? No, it doesn't mean that. That's a very British thing to do. With nothing if not petty. There's a badly drawn door. I now have the rest of the room to draw. Also like to think it's just a carpet made out of knives. I'm sure I can accommodate that. Oh, my tablet is having a field day. And it suffers from hay fever. Gutted is another one that really gets you. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Gutted always looks like a fake word to you, and yet it means at least two different things. It is several fake words. Draw the hammer again. I haven't drawn it for a bit. I was about to say. I wonder where Beth keeps it when I don't draw it. And then I remembered that the place where cartoon characters keep things when they're not visible is known as hammer space. So yeah, that works. Some words just look faker than others. That's fair. Gutted for some reason always looks weird, like it's wrong. I've personally never had that before. Although I've had that feeling before, but not for gutted. I'm trying to think, is there any words... I can't remember when this started, but I distinctly remember a period in time after which, whenever I looked at the word ink, it always looked like it was spelled wrong. I think it's because it's so short and the vowels at the start, and there's K in there, and I don't know. I don't really draw people from behind. You have to... How do buttocks work? I don't know. The gluteus maximus. There was a time during a research class in grad school where 3 stopped looking like a real word for you. 3 is a bit peculiar. If you read it, you have to prevent yourself from reading it like good Ted. Oh, good Ted. Good old Ted. I'm giving it a go. I swear Flamio gets smaller every time I draw them. There's so much more to do here. This is the carpet. Paneling, there's probably... This place can afford a chimney. Or maybe this is where the hole goes. It actually goes into a chimney, just in a different room. Oh, I haven't even gotten to the chair yet. I'm drawing fewer and fewer things as these draw-throughs go on. That's going to have to change with the new idea. Ooh, exciting. Probably going to be terrible. But it's worth a shot because it's getting repetitive. Drawn a few things today. I drew an elephant. Okay, so here is a dog. Looking a bit like a bat. Don't worry. Know what I'm doing. Oh, no. Spent 20 minutes talking about the mixer thing. Yeah, that's fair. I read that. I read that as, so I think you're on crack. No. Have you know, I just had a small can of Diet Coke. If I was on crack, I'd be going faster than this, I can tell you. You're not judging. You probably should if people are having crack. Probably something you should be judging about. And going, do you think maybe you shouldn't do that? It's probably not good for your health. I'm the sort of person who worries about taking too many hay fever tablets. I'm not going to take crack anytime soon. Not on crack, I'm on coke. Ah, you see. Yeah. Jokes. There's another one. There's the third. There's the fourth. Now, these are different animals. They're not the same. This one has tusks. This one has 4 ears. And this one's just sort of angry. Does not have his tongue out. Is actually quite displeased with this whole affair. And this one's just a worm. Great thing about dissecting a worm and sticking it on a wall is that the other half just gets to carry on. Oh no, I flipped it and now I can see the terrible perspective. He seems happy. He's having a great time. Let's chat with all the dogs without worrying about them stepping on it. There's no birds in here. It's great. I don't remember the exact details. Oh god, the chair. Right. Give one a horn. Done. There's a fire in here, by the way. Oh yeah, yeah. Remind me when we're finished with this. Remind me fire. And by finished with this, I mean the whole draw through, because spoilers. Right. Let's do it over here. No. Just fire, or do you want a specific message? I don't know. Fire coincidence. How about that? Easy to remember message. Should be fine. Wood paneling. This is lived in. Yes, it was just something coincidental with regards to choices made for the draw through and the actual book. Here's a chair. I'm gonna do it as one of those big round chairs. Didn't specify the style, did it? Very ahead of its time, this place. And it's morphing into a man, I believe, so... No one said it was an easy process. You're bald, otherwise you're going to turn into a chair with hair, and that would be conspicuous. This should actually look like a hand. Oh yeah, that means I have to draw a hand, doesn't it? Okay, this doesn't have to look like a hand. It's deliberately bad. Honestly. Don't worry about it. It's a mimic, don't trust it. It's clearly not doing a good job of surprising you. You know, sometimes I design characters and enemies so that they're kind of cute and fun, and like Chibi might fall in love with them and draw cool fan art and stuff. And sometimes I don't. To mimic the London morph spell, poor thing. It's a very smart mimic that wants to trick us like an anglerfish. Said, oh wow, hey, this box turned into a monster. Fight! It's more like, oh god, why would you do this to yourself? I don't know. There's a lovely cushion in there. Ah, there we go. I was waiting for one of those. Gesundheit. Ooh. Is that how it's... I've never seen it spelled like that. Regional spellings. Yes. It's because the spelling is Dutch. Yay. Also, slightly perplexed as to why Americans say that. Again, that's another one of those things that I don't think I've heard over here. Gesundheit is German. Oh, okay, so technically different words. Technically different words. In the same way, jamon and gammon are different words. But jamon is much better to say. Right. You are confronted with this. There's a lot of Americans with German heritage, is there? Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know that there was a big old sort of German contingent of the Americas. You should blend over into people who didn't. I knew there was sort of a big... I mean, obviously Latin America is the thing. I didn't know there was a German aspect to it, which is pretty cool. It's almost as if America is made up of people from all over the world, and maybe they should probably get the hang of the fact that people come from all over the world. I mean, they in a general sense, obviously, not addressing anyone in particular. Right? I know. Says the Brit. Yeah, like we got the hang of it. Yo, I like your carpet and your dog. I'm looking for the forge. Layout, this place is weird AF. Where are we right now? Right, I'm gonna have to read ahead to see what's happening. Because I seem to remember this is weird. Okay, once the man has actually finally formed out of a chair, I think there's still a couple of casters on the feet, but generally speaking, he's got there. You explain yourself as precisely given in your eloquent discussion. Unfortunately, the man continues to bellow, "I'm not interested in your chat. Why? You have no authority to be here." And he turns into a snake, apparently, which is probably also quite a laborious process. There's a lot of screaming. It's very unpleasant. And yeah, as a snake, which for some reason is capitalized, so it's like maybe his name is Snake, I don't know. He turns into Solid Snake from the popular series Metal Gear Solid, and slithers across the floor towards you, as they do in the vent, because we know this. Meanwhile, while this is all happening, the dog head, one of the dog heads, it's a good there. Yes, like that. It's perfect. Oh dear. Yes, meanwhile, the dog head on the wall, the one that's actually a dog, 3 of them aren't, so, has detached itself and is now flying through the air towards you. Things aren't friendly today. It started off lovely with the scouts, but now no longer. There, to be honest. More carpets. Let me do some more reading. Hang on, I want to look at the map. I want to see generally how dangerous this room is. Yeah, Right. What was that? Alright. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. What do we do? Why would you do that to yourself twice? Attack the inanimate objects. Fight! We're having a fight, are we? Okay, well, in that case, you draw your... You draw your hammer, after I finish drawing it, and... Trying to explain ourselves at this point is not our fault. That's fair. And you go to block the dog head that's flying towards you. In doing so, you turn your attention away from the snake, which is coiling around your leg and biting into it. Luckily, you are wearing leather socks, which helps a bit. But you do lose 2 stamina. Meanwhile, the carpet with knives has just turned around and is floating directly back at you. And the other carpets are beginning to rustle, as are some of the other mystical animal heads on the wall. It's becoming somewhat apparent that you probably can't do this fight single-handedly. Back up, you missed that. You deflected the dog head that was flying towards you. The snake coiled around your leg and bit you in the leg. It's a carpet with knives. Yeah, it cut your ear. See? That happened right as we entered the room. Or not right as we entered the room, but pretty soon afterwards. These do look like tassels, it must be said. These are supposed to be knives. Which is why it works thematically, you see? It's deliberate. We're getting shanked by Aladdin's carpet. We're getting clipped. I believe that was the term. Super weird, this carpet with knives is definitely in the room. I know. You know, it's not like as if, you know, if we hadn't mentioned the fact that it has knives on it, we wouldn't have to be dealing with it right now. But, you know, these books, they're hard. So yeah, fighting straight ahead is clearly not going to do anything. Well, it is going to do something. It's going to lead to you getting very, very hurt. So many spells! My word. I should probably set up like a cooldown for that. Doesn't matter. This is like reading through the Odyssey book. In what sense? Yes, if you wish for an explanation of any of the spells, do let me know. Creature copy creates a copy of the creature. ESP is psychic mind reading, basically. Fire is fire. Fire. Fool's gold, fake gold. Illusion is a general illusion spell, which is unreliable, but more general. Levitation is levitation. Shielding is a magical barrier that stops anything from hitting you, but also stops you from hitting anything else. Strength, you get strong. Weakness, they get weak. Could light the place on fire. Rugs burn pretty well, usually. It's suspicious if we light the room on fire. I mean... to whom? Like, you have already been arrested, remember that. One thing's angry in the whole room once you're dead. I know. I'm gonna have a quick... quick look ahead, as always. Cool. What's shielding do? Shielding is you put up a... Hang on, let me read what it says in the book. Heaven forfend. Shielding says... Casting this spell creates an invisible shield in front of you, which will protect you from physical objects, for example, arrows, any headed arrows, swords, and creatures. The shield is not effective against magic, and is, of course, if nothing outside of it can touch you, you won't be able to touch anything outside of it. Your suggestions are either leave or light the room on fire. Seems fair. Both are acceptable conditions. Would it not work with the snake being already on your leg? Probably not. If anything, it might accidentally trap it behind it. Assuming you wanted to get away. Or it could try and turn into a chair again. And then basically push you away from the magical shield or crush itself in between. I don't know. I don't really want to think about that. Have we been poisoned by said snake? No, not yet. Hang on, sorry, I'm doing more flipping. You agree with book it? Well, it's all in a book. We don't have to book it again. Leave this removal company's nightmare be. To be fair, if the chair can turn into a man, it can take itself to the van. Yeah, what you want to do? What does this one do? Leave. Tactical retreat, not running away. Absolutely not. Okay, roll 2d6. Clickety clack. Your low rolls are doing well. That's even lower than last time. It was 4 on 1, wasn't it, last time? Okay, so as you turn to not flee, but just rock, tactically retreat. Beth swings her legs as she does so, and fortunately the snake flies off with it. Not with the leg. She keeps the leg, and she books it out the door and slams it shut behind. She can hear snickering and laughter in the room as she leaves behind the closed door. But nonetheless, she is relatively intact. Is that bar working? That's not... Oh, I didn't save it. I should update. Yeah. There it goes. See, it slides. Do you see that? I never used these, but I explicitly programmed these things to slide so that it goes like... like that. And then it'll go all the way back up. Yep. Yeah. Pleasing. Gonna have to ask you how you do those so you can have them for Odyssey. It's JavaScript. Well, it's CSS technically, but you have a gradual transform thing on CSS. It's all HTML stuff. Let's open with Notepad. Stat bar. Yes, transition. You put under the class in CSS. You can put transition and then a certain amount of time. So here's the transition width 1 second, height 1 second. So it just takes 1 second to change height or width. So there you go. Simple. As for how you actually change the HTML itself, that's very complicated, and I had to work it out myself. And after many failed tries, we ended up with something that works. So occasionally, that's why I go, is this gonna work? Because I made it, and that's unreliable. Anyway, you got out of the room intact. Hooray! You do have a couple of puncture marks in your leg, but other than that, you survived. So here is the deadly furniture room. I'm sure we'll remember what that means. That's the wrong layer. That's all the wrong layer. So I can just do this. Yeah. And then... boom! Super clear. Absolutely, definitely know what that is. We have 5 minutes, and you have 4 options, basically. No, you have 3 options, because that's locked. Well, 5, because there's 3 doors here. Or you could have another crack at the Ganges. Given how well that went last time, I wouldn't recommend it, but... dong. Grab some lead balls from the trench room and go back to Golem. There's, like... Pal did a lot of walking in the Forest of Doom. I feel like the amount of cardio that Beth's getting going up and downstairs. Yeah, I don't envy her. Yeah, we can do that. So, yeah, you grab some lead shot. I think that's what it was called, wasn't it? Beth grew up in a place of mountains and the snow... Oh, in a place of mountains and snow, this is a brisk walk to her. That's fair. It was called lead shot. So you pop into the room next door, into the mint with a hole room. You grab some more lead shot out of the box because there's quite a lot of it. And you wander back down the stairs. You come through here, tiptoe past the sleeping orc babies into the hall, and then back to Golem. Where was Golem? Here? Here? Yeah. Needless to say, a lot of what's happened today has rather sobered up Albeth. Flamio's still a bit tipsy, bless. Yep, these colours definitely match. This is why I go like this. Boom, now they match. Aha! Drunk. So the golem has returned to its original position. It is not an adventurous creature. And now you have the lead balls. What do you wish to do? Let's see if we can't do something this stream, rather than go into a room, go no, and then leave. Steal some more chests. Okie dokie then. Roll a d4. I know what the answer's gonna be, whatever you roll. I'm not telling you. 3. Okie dokie. So you pick up the spherical chest before the golem can get to you. So the golem is pretty close now. If you were to attempt to go for the other chest, they will be on you and you will be suffering the consequences of that. So let's just illustrate this with my fantastic animation skills. He is beauty, he is grace. He will kick you in the face. Yep. Okay, so now that he's close and you've managed to pick up this chest, it's relatively light. Probably not the face because I don't think he can kick that high, but you know, it might be able to take his foot off. Just sort of throw it at you. Is that a kick? Does that count as a kick? Probably not. Auto-saving. I think he could, but he'll have to do a backflip. I mean, if you roll the lead shot the wrong way, he'll flip backwards, and that might cause the foot to hit you on the way up. At that point, it's just throwing a rock. Is that fair? You don't know what's in the rock. You know, like if you cut your foot off and throw it at someone, is that just like throwing some meat at someone? No, but we're not a golem. Aren't we? Yes? Sure, I'll take that. Only if you don't say spring kick first. Another thing. Hello, defeated Park 824. How you doing? You've come at a poor time because we're probably going to finish soon. But, hello. We're a flesh golem. That is... I'm sure that's a brand name. I won't go into what it sells. Yes. So danger, golem approacheth. But you have a chest, so that's something. Check the chest. The golem is coming towards you. It's... First, go back to the main hall, then check the chest. Righty-ho, I can do that. This is an element of deja vu. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Get that. and then, whoop, and yep, and then yep. Best thing about Deja Vu is I can copy and paste. So, you check the chest. You discover that it is made of a very unusual wood, an old wood that is surprisingly resilient to brute force attacks, and that it's not opening easily. Furthermore, let's just save us some time. Your key doesn't open it either. Made of a magical elder wood, which is how you can make it spherical. Can you hammer it open? No. It's the elder wood, resistant to outside force. So, yeah. Alright, fine. I gave you that explicitly, because I knew you were going to ask that. I know your hammer's enchanted, but it's enchanted at hitting people and hurting them, so not. And forging, but not breaking chests. So yeah, you have wood egg. This one won't explode in your face, I promise. Yeah. So hiding under a table, cowering, because the golem is after you. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it'll cotton on. Probably won't. It's a golem. It's stupid. You need to enchant it to open chests once this adventure is done. Yes. I mean, you know, you learn things. You're not going to be a fully-fledged enchanting blacksmith by just doing stuff in your blacksmithery. You're going to have to get out into the world and think, oh, okay, this is something that people might need, you know? There's a metaphor in there. But that's going to have to wait metaphor another day. So thank you, everybody, for coming along. I can feel the sarcasm. Yeah, thank you for coming along. There's you can get 100 Smith without moving. This is not Skyrim. Can't just keep making leather pauldrons or whatever. Ooh. Regal music. Thank you, Mr. Ziegler. So yeah, thank you for coming along. This is probably our last Citadel of Chaos stream on Mixer. Like I say, we'll probably make the move as soon as possible. Because Mixer seems to already be playing up for some people. It's a shame, really. Yeah, so yeah, twitch.tv/crispyparsnips if anybody wishes to know. Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna. Should we say it's a good. Who's that person? I like Mixer. I imagine they sound like that. Mixer. Yeah, but like I say, we can take some things. I would like to get the GIF thing sorted out. You will have to have a separate tab to open up and find the GIFs yourself, but they will appear on stream. Yay. Once I get that set up. Luckily I foresaw this and I integrated into my bot a queuing system for alerts because I didn't want text-to-speech happening at the same time as any other alert or whatever. And for the stream must go. Have a wonderful time. I shall probably end now. Tomorrow is... I don't know what game we're going to be playing tomorrow. Can do your crab walk of bitterness over capitalism over to Twitch this week, I guess. Well, you started on Twitch as well, didn't you? So that's something. You've got that there. No point in waiting for you, that's fair. Should we do it tomorrow? I think everything should be ready to swap over. Like, it feels bad. I don't want to... Vix has been good to me. But, gotta leave at some point. I'd rather people at least have the ability to watch VODs. Because apparently that's an issue now. Oh dear. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I'll let you know in advance. I'll tweet probably to let people know. Maybe we'll start a new long game and mark our departure. Sad as it may be. Although maybe the game might be appropriate. Who knows? Thinking about it. Big sad. Big sad. This might be my last Mixer stream. Oh. Yeah, good times. I will try and get the rock up and running by tomorrow. If I can get it up and running, we'll stream on Twitch. If not, we'll stream on Mixer. We need rock. I'm not doing a stream without rock. But it is an emote, so we can always use it there. Means we can spam chat with dancing dissos again, though. Yeah. Did we not have that in Mixer, Alexa? But it's definitely on better Twitch. So, and do let me know if there are any other better Twitch TV emotes, both from me and in general, that you would like to see in chat, because I have a lot more spaces now, apparently. We do, but Twitch has the better dancing disso. Cool. Yeah. Thank you for coming along. Have a wonderful time. We'll play a game tomorrow. I don't know what yet, but we'll see. Ditto. Look at it go. Yeah. Bittersweet. Well, no, just bitter, really. I'm just bitter. Have a wonderful time, everybody. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for joining in. And I'll see you around. Be careful of the chairs you sit on, because they might slowly morph into a horrible, horrible face. Goodbye.